I'm Beck Flatley and this is the St. Patty's Day episode. And don't make fun of my Irish accent because I don't have one apparently. So every year on St. Patty's Day, when I'm getting drunk and pretending to be Irish because I can kind of get away with it, I wonder, who is St. Patty? And why do we all drink to his honor? So I decided to do some research, and there's actually a lot of Irish stereotypes that aren't what you think. I'm gonna explain it all so it makes total sense. And if you're Irish watching this, sorry, it's the fucking truth. So I largely consulted a resource that never has faulty information, Wikipedia, and it said, Patrick, nobody really knows a lot about St. Patrick. Much of what they know was from this thing called Declarations, which was written by Patrick. So that's kind of like in 300 years, people have a holiday for Tom Cruise because of a book written about Tom Cruise. On that holiday, you wear tinfoil hats and jump on couches proclaiming your love for people, while other people stomp in those wine barrels full of antidepressants. Just get rid of those things, because you don't need them, you're faking! Depression's not real. So I think the holiday pretty much originated with people needing a day to drink, and they're like, yeah, let's celebrate that dude, Patrick. And somebody's like, no, he's an asshole. And they're like, yeah, but nobody's gonna know that in 300 years. They'll just read his fucking book. But you know what? Don't pick on the Irish for drinking, because there's actually a really good reason that they get up on St. Patty's Day, crack open a beer, and keep it flowing till the nighttime. It's because we think, and we're putting information out on trusted sources like Wikipedia, that this is about St. Patrick. But St. Patty's Day is actually about peppermint patties. Those fucking mint things. Irish people love them. I'm pretty sure the guy that made Charlie Brown was probably Irish, and he even made a character after it. That's how much they love this candy. And then we get up, us ignorant Americans, and we're like, woo, fuck yes, St. Patrick. And they're like, no, dude, it was supposed to be St. Patty for the peppermint patty. They wanted to celebrate the crispness of the mint. It's like skiing down the Alps. It's like biting into glacial goodness. And we're talking about some dude named Patrick that wrote his own book, like the L. Ron Hubbard of his time. Of course they drink. That's depressing shit. Now on St. Patty's Day, we're all really accustomed to seeing shamrocks, these little guys. But what the fuck is a shamrock? Because this isn't even a rock. So I looked it up and apparently it's a plant. So don't worry about that rock thing. But it was used by some guy, which I'm pretty sure was Patrick. Who cares anyways, because he wrote his own story. But he used to explain the Holy Trinity to the Irish pagans on the shamrock. So this, I assume, would be God, this would be the government, and this would be the Federal Reserve, the Holy Trinity. So every time you saw a shamrock, you would know the Holy Trinity, if you piss off any one of these entities, you die a slow and horrible death and potentially probably burn for eternity in the afterlife. But go live a full and happy life. But they say if you find one with 4 leaves, it's good luck. Then it's called a 4-leaf clover. I don't know what happens to the shamrock part and why it turns into a clover, or if it's a clover in the beginning, or maybe if the 4th leaf qualifies it as a clover. But apparently that's a really good thing that it has that extra piece on it. Now another thing people think about during St. Patty's Day are leprechauns. Now I always liked leprechauns growing up because they were kind of like me. They were like little tiny people with red hair. Except I always dressed a lot better. But then I looked up the history and it's a lot creepier than I thought it was. Now the technical definition of a leprechaun is a type of fairy, usually in the form of an old man, clad in a red or green coat, who enjoys partaking in mischief. Leprechauns spend all their time busily making shoes and store away all their coins in a hidden pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. If ever captured by a human, the leprechaun has the magical power to grant 3 wishes in exchange for their release. So just so we're clear, fairy, old man, makes shoes, hides gold at the end of a rainbow. This is all about the government. The little people that by the time they're the old man and they work all the time making shoes, that could be any craft really. They just picked making shoes because it seems humble. At the end of a rainbow is where they hide their pot of gold or their nest egg or their retirement fund. But it's at the end of a rainbow because it doesn't exist. You're chasing an illusion. And then if you're caught by the man, they didn't even use symbolism there. You have to grant him 3 wishes? Oh, that sounds a lot like the tax man coming and helping himself to my money. I wish I had 10% of your income. I wish I had 20% of your income. Very convenient, government. And the whole government conspiracy ties into the last 2 things you think about on St. Patty's Day, the color green and fighting. The fighting symbolizes how the Irish people are gonna overthrow the government and take back the green, bitches! Which is what all of us countries have to do. Quick, do it before they kill us all! You know how I do. So here's my challenge for you this St. Patty's Day. Get really drunk, go into the comments section, and tell me what other stereotypes are incorrect about the Irish. We need to clear this shit up, Holmes. And while you're at it, hit subscribe, buy a shirt at Beck yourself, and have a nice fucking St. Patty's Day.